and peace be unto you. This is the Inspiration Show entitled How to Obtain Wealth. Now, if you've been listening to me for a while, you always know that, you know that I always end off every video with these 4 words: faith, health, wealth, and success. Well, those are my favorites, things to talk about. Well, not really so much to talk about, just my favorite things that mean a lot to me. Faith is big. You have to have faith. Not just religion faith, like faith in yourself, faith in your success, faith in your goals, faith in what you want to do with your life. You have to believe. That's faith. Then you have the wealth portion. Well, the wealth portion would not mean anything without the faith portion. Because if you don't believe in yourself and believe in your goals and what you want to accomplish, then how can you obtain wealth? It would almost be impossible. You can't just step out and say, well, I want to be wealthy, I want to be rich, or whatever like that, without having faith first. Faith in something. It doesn't have to always be a religious aspect, but you definitely need to believe in yourself, your mission, and what you're planning in your goals. Then there's the faith, health. Well, I left out the health, right? The health aspect. The health is just as important as the faith and the wealth. Because if you're not in good health, you're not going to be motivated to do certain things, to reach certain heights, and accomplish your goals. It's hard to do the other two without having a substantial amount of good health, being in good health. Now, the 3 of those tying together, which enable you to be successful. When you have your health in order, when your faith is strong, when you believe in yourself wholeheartedly and strong, you can definitely execute the other two. And you'll be able to have success. So everybody wants to know how to get rich. Everyone wants to be rich, famous, and all this other stuff. Look what's going on right now. The people that are rich and famous are pretty much right now going through the same struggles as people who are poor, middle class, or don't have much. So it's not all about being rich and famous. It's more so now of how you obtain your wealth. Because you want to be able to be still successful through whichever storms may come about. With technology working with and against you at the same time, depending on how you're moving your missions, how you focus on your goals. Let's say you have a company where you don't normally do things online or use technology per se. Well, then now you might be in a sort of an issue, sort of a rut, because now you got to adjust to the times. You can't just say, well, I'm not going to deal with computers and I'm not going to upgrade my business to be able to use technology to keep moving forward with the future. And what's going to happen is you're not going to move forward with the future if you don't adjust and adapt to move forward. I remember when you'd be able to sell socks on the street, hand to hand, just buy you like some wholesale socks, maybe buy about, 300 pairs just per se. And then now you on the street selling them hand to hand. And you're not really making much money off it anyway. Like you might get them for what? You buy about, 300? Okay, let's say you get those 300 pairs of socks wholesale for like, let's say round figure about, let's just say $300. $300 gets you 300 pairs of socks. So now you're not going to sell those socks for $1. So you want to make at least, $5 or whatever off the socks for the pack. I remember people selling them, I think, in the street for like $5 to $10 for a pack of socks. And I know they weren't making a lot of money back off of one pack of socks. But you'd be surprised at the money they would make, though, because they're selling them hand to hand. It's like they would definitely not come home with all those same pairs of socks after being out there one day. But best believe you're going to be doing a lot of leg work trying to sell that stuff. But would that work right now? Probably not. It probably wouldn't work as well as it did back then, because now, you got all these things going on. I don't even want to mention names on things, but you know what's going on out here. And hand-to-hand selling is becoming a thing of the past, so to speak. So now you have to have ways enabled to sell online, to pretty much computer technology to help you push your sales. You're not going to make sales hand to hand as much now. Not saying it's going away completely, but it's definitely becoming obsolete. Even your fast food restaurants. You go in a fast food restaurant now, how many people are actually working? They can run a whole restaurant now with probably 3 employees. Maybe somebody cooking, the manager, and then maybe 1 cashier. And they'll get that job accomplished because everything else can be computerized. And don't sleep for a minute and think that they can't replace all those people. Because if they really push their technology to another edge or to the next limit, they probably can fire or let go, whatever the case, the cashier and the cook, and just keep the manager. And the manager just control maybe like the robots or something like that. Or the manager just do the cooking and take care of the quote unquote customer service type stuff. And then cash is damn near being eliminated, because your card can get you just about everything now. You can pull out your card for anything you could think of. You can you can use your card to get gas. You can use your cards to go in the post office and make transactions. That's the wave of the future. All the tech, all of the cards. So how do we move forward in the future and keep making money without having to worry about robots and all this stuff taking our jobs or losing money because we haven't moved forward with the technology? We got to find jobs. Well, not even jobs. We got to find careers and start businesses that are recession proof, so to speak. So if you're a barber, you know that barber's probably always going to be needed. Well, I'm going to say it is going to be. That's something that's not ever going to go away. They always going to need barbers. But the thing is just being a barber going to be something that's going to be a sufficient enough income to only have that particular career? You may have to actually dibble and dabble in other things besides just being a barber now. It's not like when I was a kid, pretty much the master barber or whoever ran the shop, he cut hair if he felt like it. He didn't even have to be in the shop. The shop pretty much was autopilot. You got your barbers. The barbers come to work. They cutting hair. They making their money, whatever. They got to pay for their chairs, which is quote unquote their rent. And then I guess that's the percentage off of what they got to pay. They got to pay for their chairs. They got to give the money to the master barber. The master barber takes care of all the rest of that stuff. He uses that money, to pay his barber. Well, actually, the barbers get paid on their own from what they make. But the master barber, the money they pay for the chairs, I'm pretty sure he uses that for his rent and whatever supplies he needs to get. The regular stuff to run the business. And in addition, the money he makes from cutting hair as well. So one of the first things I would say you need is a skill. Once you got a skill, nobody can stop you. No one can take away a skill from you unless you physically can't do it anymore. So if you cut hair, you can always cut hair. I don't care where you at. As long as you got your tools, you could do that anywhere in the world at any time. I'm not a barber, but I know how to make at least I can do little basic stuff. Like I can cut I can cut somebody's head bald without having patches in it. I could do a little lineup. Not good enough on a level where I can get paid for it, but it's enough to satisfy myself so I can keep my own well-being up, so to speak. If I had to do it for money, I probably can learn and get better at it to the point where I could make money. So I'm not actually that bad. And then if you know how to sew, right now, with everything going on, just having the ability to be able to sew is a big deal right now because people are demand for masks and things like that. And so it's like if you have a sewing machine right now and you knew how to sew, oh man, think about how much money you can make just off of sewing. And then besides that, you can make clothes. Clothes is always going to be needed no matter what. Especially right now, the small boutiques who have online capability, they're probably making money because of the big stores are the only ones that are selling clothes right now. And not stores like Macy's, because Macy's hasn't been open. Only like Walmart's been open and Target, places like that. So if you don't want to wear that stuff, you want to wear something a little more stylish, now you got to depend on the small boutiques to hopefully have some things you want to wear and have some internet access so that you can order from them without having to actually go to their store. And it's where the technology comes in to support that. So you need to have skills. You need to have talent because let's face it, everybody can't make clothes that people want, or everybody can't sew, everybody can't cut hair. But everybody has a brain that think for themselves. And all you got to do really is tap into that and figure out what is it that you're good at. What is it that you can do to utilize your brain to then make you money? Which is really what everybody should be after. No one should be trying to say, my dream is to work for somebody else. Because if that's your dream, to work for someone, that can't be a dream. How much is working for someone going to pay you, as opposed to what you can take your dream and turn it into to make your own money? You'll never compare against that, because you think someone actually wants to pay you $70,000 a year. I'm just throwing a number out there. You know, I'm sure you want to make that and better for whatever job that you do. But let's just face it, no one's going to pay you that kind of money for working in a fast food restaurant. You'll never make that kind of money because they got to pay X amount of employees. They got to pay for their supplies. They got to pay for the upkeep of the restaurant. You're not going to see that kind of money. Even as a manager, you know who makes that kind of money? The CEOs make that kind of money. The people running the company make that kind of money. So your mission in life should be, I want to own the company, or buy into a franchise. That's a kind of a good move too. So doing all that stuff, what does that bring up next? Investing. So you need to invest. You need to have talent, need to invest. Be creative. 3 strong elements that could propel you towards success. All right, so we got those 3 moving right there. Even with those 3 things now, there's no guarantee you're going to be rich, but you'll be on track to at least be successful. This is proven. Now, what I'm telling you right now, people will pay X amount of dollars to have somebody put together a package, a plan, whatever for them to do such. Right before you, I'm not rich. I wouldn't even say I'm successful, because I'm still trying to reach my goals and go where I'm going. But I got no problem showing you, putting the battery in your goal machine to get it working, to get it functioning, so you can set your own goals up. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact track, the exact plan on what to do, because if I knew it, and I told everybody about it, then, people, I would look, even, I can't say I look like a fool, but you know how that saying they always say about the game is to be sold, not to be told? All right, yeah, but it doesn't mean I would want to charge you for information. I'm giving you good information right now, and I don't want a dime for it because I want people to think for themselves. You'd be surprised how many people can't think for themselves. So many people want someone to do everything for them. And honestly, you'll be hard pressed to find somebody that kind to do everything for you and want nothing, absolutely nothing in return. Nah, you ain't gonna be that lucky like that. Your best bet, get out there, do your researching, find out what you're good at, being your skills, get your skills sharpened, use your creativity, and when you get all that rolling and flowing, now take that, mix it together in your mixing pot, and use that to produce goals, to produce wealth. And then when you get all that together, you should produce your success. There's something out here in each and every one of us. They call that your gift or talent. And that is what, whether you believe in God or not, that is what's intended by the Creator. I'll just say that. That's what's intended. You weren't born to be out here working for anybody. Now, that's nothing against people that work for people, because everybody, well, I didn't say everybody, but people work for people. It's just what it is. Because some people just don't want to take the time to get all that stuff together to own or establish their own. They rather just say, I'm just, it's what it is. I'm going to work for somebody. My uncle, I would say for most of his life, his whole thing was anytime he had a job, it was only to fund his own mission, financially. So whatever money he made was pretty much, he was using it to plan and fund his mission, his goal, his success. It wasn't like he was just working it just like sort of the hamster in the cage type thing where you're working and you're making money and you're paying bills, and you're working money, you're paying bills, and it's like you have nothing after that. That's not living. That's existing. You want to live. But you got to understand that because you see people look like they got all this money and splurging, buying all these exotic cars and spending money on all these exotic vacations, a lot of times that's just for you. That's a show for you to make you appear to be so much beneath them. But trust, they go through their struggles too. Because if they was that rich, like as it looks as rich as they are, they'd be out here literally throwing money out of the window of the car roof or out the window of their house and give it to people. And it's not like that. So you want to find your niche. You want to find out how you make your money and make it the right way, not illegally. So hopefully I'll put a bug in your ear, put the battery in your back to make you be successful and move forward with your goals. To be more so, not so much job and career based, but to be more of an entrepreneur. Because that's what everybody should be aiming at. You should be using your talents to make your own schedule, to make your own money, and fire your boss, ultimately. And with that said, as I said before, as I always ended off, faith, health, wealth, success. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And tune in every Monday for my latest videos. Happy Memorial Day. And I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy.